All right, two really important topics in the idea of percents here are percent increases and decreases. These show up all over the place. And a couple really basic examples for percent increase are your sales taxes, and for percent decreases, these are your discounts, like sales at a store. Okay, so percent increase and decrease is where you first find the percent of a number of a total value, and then you either subtract it off of that total value or add it back onto that total value. Okay, so you're doing something with the percent. It's not just finding the percent that's important. And so if I was purchasing something at a store, in Michigan, the sales tax is 6%. So if I was purchasing, let's say, a bicycle for $495 at a 6% sales tax, we first figure out what that 6% sales tax is and then add it on to the cost of the bicycle to figure out how much you actually spent. Okay, so the percent increase is you find the percent and then add it on. So you first have to ask the question, what is 6% of 495, right? That's kind of the translation of that idea. And then to put that into an equation, it's A equals PB, P times B. And so you're multiplying the percent times the base, which is the 495. And really the base is always the total or original amount, okay? So base is total, or not, maybe not total. Total's a bad idea. Bad word there. Base is the original amount. So it's kind of the starting point, right? The base, the foundation of the problem. And so you have the percent times the base is the 6%. So it's 495 times 6%. Now, 6%, remember, is actually 0.06 as a decimal. So I need two decimal places on this one. So I'm going to multiply by 6. 6 times 5 is a 0, 30, 54, and 3 is 57. And then that's 24, 29. So you get 2970. And of course, two places after the decimal means I need 29.7. So the tax is $29.70. And then you take that sales tax and you add it back onto the price of the bicycle to get your total amount. And so $495 plus $29.70 is going to be 0, 7, 5 and 9 is 14, 9, 10, 12, 5. So $554.70 is going to be the amount that you actually have to pay to walk out of the store with that bicycle. Okay, so again, a percent increase requires you to find the percent find the amount and add that amount to the original price. Okay, now let's say that bicycle, that same $495 bicycle was on sale. You went in, to your bike shop, end of the season, they're clearancing out their, the previous year's bikes, and they're getting their new shipments in, they're clearancing them out. So they're selling them for let's say it's a 20% discount. I don't know. And so let's say you had 20% discount on the bike. Okay. That's decent, especially on a $495 bike. So what you need to do first is you need to find your 20% discount, find the 20%, and then subtract it from the original amount. You always subtract or add to the original. Okay, like here we took the original, added. We're going to take the original and subtract once we find our percent. So 20%. Now, with some of these numbers, instead of doing the long multiplication division, what I like to do is estimate. Well, I don't estimate, I get it precise, but I use other values. So I know 10%, I can find 10% quickly and then double it in my head, okay, rather than run it all through. So 10% of 495 is 49.5. Just move the decimal once, and doubling that is, well, it's almost 50. Doubling it is 100. Take 2 halves off, so it's 99, right? 49.5, 20% is 99. So $99 is 20% of 495. Now you could double check me on that. But yeah, that should be right. 100 is 20% of 500. And if you took 5 off of this, 20% of 5 is 1/5. So that's what you take off. So 99, yeah, it works. And then, anyway, now that's what you subtract off. So you do the 495 minus the $99, okay? And that's going to be, let's see, let's borrow here. Let's call that 15. Let's call that 8. 15 minus 9 is 6. 8, I need to borrow one more time. That's going to be $396, okay? So that means the bike is really $396. But then, so that's our discount, right? So that gives you the amount for the bike. But then, we got to throw sales tax on top of that, right? So sales tax, you still, even if you get a discount, you still have to factor in the sales tax. And so, if I wanted to do 6% of that number, 396, again, times 6% to get my sales tax. 6 times 6, 36. 6 times 9, 54, and 3 is 57. 6 times 3 is 18, and 5, 23. Good grief. There we go. And then, of course, it's 6%, so I need 2 places after the decimal, right? Because it's 0.06 that I'm really multiplying by. And so it's 23.76, or $23.76 is the tax. Now I add that back on. Now, again, you always want to add that on to the amount that you took it from, okay? Not to the original here. The original is sort of your intermediate. It's the 396 after the discount. So 23.76 added back onto that. 396 plus 23.76 is going to be, that's a 9, that's a 1, carry, that's a 419.76. So with that discount, you actually save quite a bit. Oh, where's it? Yeah, you save quite a bit of money using that discount. Now, what's interesting here is the percents don't actually add up, which is weird. If you think about it, the original amount plus the 6%, and the original amount minus 20%, then add the 6%. So if you think about subtracting 20% and adding 6%, you almost think that might be a 14% discount, but it's not, okay? It's not. So think about that. If you did a 14% discount on the 495, you will not get this number. So you have to take them off consecutively in order to make this work. You cannot do the percents first and say, 20% discount and a 6% increase. That's not a 14% discount, okay? So don't forget that. When you take them off consecutively, you're going to get a different value, and that's because the percentages are taken from different amounts, right? The 20% is taken off the original 495, whereas the tax is added to the 396 and calculated from the 396. So you have to take those off separately, otherwise you're going to get a different value, okay? But anyway, that gives you an idea of how to calculate increases and decreases. You still have to find a percentage. It's the same process of answering a question like, what is 6% of 495, right? Amount, what amount is, the percent times the base, whatever. So you still have to do that calculation, but then in the end, you either have to add it back on or subtract it off from that original amount. And in some cases, If you you apply multiple percentages, that's also an option. Okay, sometimes you have multiple coupons, right, for the same item. So you might be able to apply a coupon and then, oh, hey, I got another one, and it applies another percentage off, and maybe there's a sale on top of it, so you take the sale price, right? And so you can combine these ideas, but you typically have to combine them consecutively, not all at once.